All right, cool. So what do you guys want to talk about?
Customers.
You're working 70 hours a week, so tell us about your life, because I'm not working that many hours.
Oh man, people are great. They're wonderful. People have been a little less extra, I feel recently, but people are definitely still in denial about the being on a weight thing.
Yeah.
I had to work this huge party yesterday. I had to come in to do it on my day off. And first, here, I think you'll be able to see this. I took a picture so I could post it at a later date.
Yeah.
This is the sign we put out. Like, I mean, pretty self-explanatory, I feel like.
Yeah. I would know what that meant.
Straight to the point.
We put it in the middle of a doorway. Not only do these motherfuckers walk right past it, but there's literally a room full of 50 fucking people all sitting down with menus. And then I'm like, hey, are you part of this party? And they're like, no. I'm like, yeah, you gotta go over there. So then they're like, yeah, why is our food taking so long? Did you miss? I mean, you didn't see the sign, so maybe you just didn't see the 50 people over there too.
The 50 people that all ordered at the same time.
Signage gets ignored all the time, though.
Oh, people can't read.
Yeah, but they still missed the whole 50-ass people sitting over there.
See, even that nonverbal visualization, I feel like that could get driven home, but no, you'd be surprised.
But like with the people, like they probably didn't even see the people. Even if they saw the people, they're like, but I'm the only one here.
I'm my people.
I'm the most important person. So
yeah,
where's my food?
Oh my gosh.
As the king of this establishment. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's literally what I guess he said to one of the other workers. And he's like, well, my kids are hungry. Like,
cool. Should have taken them to McDonald's.
I've actually had people that I work with like, well, it's because we don't have a sign that people are seating themselves at dirty tables. I'm like, no. I've worked in places with signs that say, please wait to be seated by the hostess, and people walk past that. Well, actual hostess. Signs don't help.
I don't understand. Like, I've had people sit down at still has dirty plates and glasses on it, dirty tables. I'm like, why? There's 20 other clean ones that you can just have.
It's so gross. And I thought the pandemic would change that, but it hasn't. People still do it.
A guy sat at a dirty table and I was like, sir, do you want me to sanitize this for you? And he's just like, no, I have a really strong immune system. I trust it. I'm like, cool. Def not my turn.
That's awesome.
Have you had the person come in and take the hand sanitizer and just dump it on the table and wipe?
No, that is new. I don't think I've had that one. That's exciting.
I have not had that, but I've seen people that have bitching about it. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me right now.
Jesus.
And our tables are pretty old, so I mean, our tables have got to be I think they're the originals. Those tables are well over a decade old.
Wow.
So, some of the lacquer and finish really isn't on them anymore. So this lady is like,
now it's really not on there.
Because it's not even that. It's just now everything's just sticky because it's it's just on the wheel. It's not made to go on wood.
It's not a cleaner.
So it just left that residue on top.
Jesus.
Yeah, my best friend works at the airport, and she said that she's had people do that, or even wipe down with the wipes, the sanitizing wipes, and
that's a little bit better.
A little bit, but still, it's okay, I can do my job and clean this up before you sit it when it's dirty, but whatever. Knock yourself
we've got
out.
a cleaner for that.
Seems like a commercial.
Yeah. The amount of people I've seen send in messages where they're people somebody was just oh yeah, I was wiping off the bar, and this guy was like, it sucks you got to do that because of COVID, and he was like, sir, we've been cleaning bars since before that. Wait, is that why people just sit at 30?
As long as we've had bars, we've been cleaning them.
Right.
Jesus.
They don't clean themselves. That's for fucking
That
sure.
is for sure.
People are so stupid. I thought COVID would change it, but it did not. It just made it worse.
So
Yeah.
I have this working theory that whatever you were before COVID hit, you're just more of that now.
Yes.
Like if you were already like just kind of not generally with it, you are lost. If you are already like a genuinely nice person, you are nicer now.
Yeah.
If you were already a piece of shit, you're a piece of hot shit now.
I agree with that for sure.
Yeah, totally.
So that's what I've
seems
seen.
really accurate because like that makes so much sense to me actually, because like the lonely people are lonelier now, and the drunk people have been trashed, just like above and beyond trashed. Like I have a friend and I'm like, you've not been sober in 3 days, and she was like, that's a fucking lie, I've not been sober.
Oh God.
Yeah. It's
I mean, at least he's on.
Yeah.
I had a mom order drinks from the bar yesterday on the patio, and she goes and carries them. She's got 7 kids, by the way. Only 6 of them were at the bar, running fucking crazy on the patio. So she brings over these drinks that she ordered from the bar, and I overhear her as I'm walking past the table. She sets them down and says, "One of these drinks has alcohol in them." Okay, well maybe you can find out which one before you let the kids start drinking out of them, because they all look like kitty cocktails.
Oh my Lanta.
You do you.
oh
God.
my gosh.
Yep.
The Russian roulette.
Seriously. And then part of me was like, let the kids take a drink. They need to take a nap and quiet the fuck down. So
Hey, yeah.
I mean, maybe.
I've heard worse ideas.
But like a whole, you really want to waste your whole drink like that?
Right. It was,
Like, no.
I was dying. Oh, Quaylen's here.
Yay.
Hey.
Hey, Quaylen, how are you? I don't think he's on yet.
What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
How y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Hold on. I'm getting my camera set ready.
I tried to do a Facebook Live and it was acting like I was on crack, so I don't know what's going on with my Facebook Live, but
I'm here.
How are you?
Good.
Thank
good.
you.
What's up? How have y'all been?
Good, how about you?
Doing well. Sorry I'm late.
It's all good. We didn't start that long ago because, like I said, my Facebook Live wouldn't work, so we just went back to the Zoom. So I'll just edit it and then post it. So
Cool.
Thanks. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, Zoom changed some features like 2 months ago, and I haven't been able to figure it out.
That's all right. That's all
frustrating.
right.
So we were just bitching about customers. So what's new with you, Quaylen?
Bitching about customers. Not much. Just I'm not in the restaurant as much now because I'm focusing on my my podcast and stuff. So
Yes.
Yeah.
so
Very good.
that's been a good thing for me. And
That's
creating content for like TikTok and stuff like that. So slowly working my way out of the business, but still staying in the business.
Yeah, just keeping a toe in.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just
Toe in,
enough so
but
I
a foot
can,
out.
huh?
A toe in, but a foot out.
Exactly. Just enough where I can still have enough for content and stuff. But
Right.
Yeah.
other than
Oh
that,
yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome. So how's the sponsorship going with the, I know you had some stuff with the mezcal or something. I can't remember.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going great actually. It's good because I can still. So one of the videos I just made for them, I think they got 3 million views on TikTok, and I think it's like 2 million on Instagram.
Wow.
So as long as the views are coming in, I look like an asset.
That's
so
amazing.
They'll keep paying me, right? But yeah, it's going well. I can't complain. They're a great company to work with. Illegal Mezcal.
Yeah.
New York. Yeah, they're great people to work with. it's great because they allow me to be who I am, which
Nice.
is very different from everyone else on their brand. Like if
Yeah.
you look at their website and their page, like it's really cool, but it's like tattoos.
Yeah.
Like kind of like I don't want to say like a dark feel, but like like that kind of feel,
We
And
used to have their stuff at the taco place I worked at. Their company history is actually really fascinating.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah. Yeah. But they have all those people, and then here comes me, this smiley guy with no tattoos and always
time.
happy. And they're like, even like in the meeting, they're like, you're the first person to ever like smile during the whole interview. And I'm like,
That's awesome.
that's just who I am. The hospitality industry. I don't know what to say with this now, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, but yeah, it's going great. It's going great. Thanks for asking.
Surprisingly, the hospitality industry hasn't taken your smile, so that's impressive.
Yes.
So it's funny because it did happen once. The first place I worked at, one of my regulars, and it was within like my last, well, I didn't know at the time, but like within my last month of working there, she legit looked at me and told me, she was like, "You lost your smile."
Aww.
Yeah.
That's too
And
bad.
that made me stop because my smile is my bread and butter.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's who I am. I'm known for my smile. But yeah, she looked at me and she didn't even say anything else. She just looked at me and she said, "You lost your smile." I'm like, holy shit, I gotta get out this place.
Good. On to better things.
which I did. And then she actually came to the restaurant that I was at after that and like pointed out that I had my smile back. But
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
she legit looked at me and was like, "You lost your smile." And I'm like, holy shit.
I gotta go.
I gotta get out this place. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
That's funny. So what kind of stuff have you been dealing with? You're not in the industry much, so have you been dealing with shitty customers, or you're in Ohio, right?
Yeah. I'm in Ohio. No, it's weird. Like, well, I've been doing a lot more traveling.
Nice.
So, with the pandemic, couldn't travel.
Mm-hmm.
So I took my time to travel a little bit more. Like I'm heading to Chicago
Nice.
Wednesday.
Nice.
Fuck, I gotta pack. Right. But so it's funny now. I'll go into restaurants and stuff, and I'll deal with the shitty customers. Kind of like start seeing them now. Like since I'm traveling a little bit more, I'm going into all these other restaurants and things like that. So I'm like, oh, okay. I just sit here and I just listen, and it's so great. It's so great. I love it. I love just sitting there listening and hearing like what guests are talking about, and then how they're being shitty, and then talking about their server or bartender behind their back. So that I tell the server or bartender like talking shit about you. Yeah, I am that guy. Like
Nice.
we're all family. We're all big hospitality family. So I'm going to tell like, hey, don't talk about my brother or sister like that. They're talking shit about you.
Mhm.
So yeah, but no, it's great. Everything's good. Just like I said, just working on my podcast. That takes up a lot of my time during the week, trying to come up with different ideas and what I want to talk about. And then just creating content.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So when you hear the shitty customers, do you ever stand up to them and be like, "Hey, motherfucker, shut up"? Or do you just still talk to the server or bartender?
No, I have said something to a few customers, like, look, you can tell like they're busy, calm down.
Right.
Like I've said stuff like that, or like explain a little bit more while they were complaining about something. I'm like, well, they probably just didn't see it. Like,
Right.
So but I'm not gonna get like out of hand and try to fight a customer as much as I would want to.
God.
Even though
I'm waiting for them to pass that legislation.
Huh?
I said I'm waiting for them to pass that legislation. Like every service industry retail worker, we're allowed to fight one customer a year.
Look, I don't even want to fight them. Just let me cuss one out. Just one a month.
Okay. That feels fair. That feels more than fair.
Ground, I think.
Yeah. You can fight one once a
Turn
year.
the table. I want to go to their house for dinner one night and just act like they act. Go to the back and be like, "Oh man, I don't know what happened, but the toilet's clogged now."
No, I don't think I'd want to go to someone's house. They probably poison me, or they probably have like I get customers that act shitty, and I'm like, you probably live in like horrible like living, like your house is probably really disgusting and dirty. Ugh, I don't
Like
want
hoarder newspapers everywhere.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so bad.
People that blow their nose at the table and stuff like that. If you guys do this in your house and like throw the Kleenex on your table, you probably do. So you're probably right. It's probably disgusting.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I see the way people come in and like act, not just customers and guests, like even my coworkers. I'm like, this is probably how you live, and
God.
it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not the cleanest person ever. Like, you know, I might have dishes for like a day or two, whatever. I don't clean them as soon as I use them, but I'm not like disgusting like I'm assuming a lot of these people are.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Gross.
Like I can't even imagine what some of these people's apartments look like.
I know.
Like, you have to have like a housekeeping service come in or something. You have to, right?
Can I have one?
Or just light it on fire and just be done with it.
Yeah, burn it down and move.
Right. I need a house cleaning service after I pack though.
Yeah, there you go.
After you pack.
Have them come in while you're
My friend
gone.
actually rescued a dog from someone's house the other day, and it was like a straight up hoarder house, and sent me a photo. And I was like, holy fucking shit. And then they were like, that's the clean side. And there were like 106 bottles of Tito's there. And I'm like, yeah, I fucking believe that, because just in the photo alone you sent me, I could pick out like 30 of them. And they
Wow.
weren't like liters, they were the half down.
Wow.
Oh my
Jesus.
gosh.
That's crazy. I saw a post in one of the industry groups not that long ago about a kitchen guy bringing his dog to work and like putting it in the cooler, like the food cooler. And the server was like, I need to rescue this dog. What should I do? I'm like, fucking take it home. Like,
Right?
there's no question. What are you asking? This is horrible.
Like,
Oh
get
my
it out of
God.
the restaurant.
Yeah.
In the cool.
Yeah. It's like, it's not going to have too many more chances for you to save it if you don't do it today. So please save it.
Yeah.
That's fucked up shit.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we had someone had pulled into our parking lot and parked there, it wasn't in the bar, and they left their dog in there.
Nope.
So some girl comes in and tells me, and I did the logical thing. I walked outside with a hammer, and the cops were already there. So I was just gonna bust the window open.
Yeah. What do you do?
Cause it was like 90 something degrees outside, and
So it was 97 outside and probably 120 in the car.
Easily.
yeah, easily. And it was really awkward though, walking out back with the hammer and then just seeing the two cops look at me. I'm just like, hi guys. there's a low-hanging ledge I need to fix.
That's so crazy. People are awful.
Oh my gosh.
Never had to break anyone out of a hot car before. That's a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a few. We were at
Back in the beer cooler once.
Oh.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a joke, but they didn't realize the key was missing.
Oh no.
I'm not claustrophobic, so I just kind of sat there. I was like, okay, this is fine. Everything's
I am claustrophobic. I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah. Does not sound pleasant at
No,
least.
thank you.
Yeah.
I remember one day we had a tornado scare, and I went and parked in the cooler, and my manager at the time comes out and was like, just so you know, that cooler is nothing but aluminum and insulation. Tornado would have taken that thing. And I go, well, just so you know, if the tornado is close enough to pull the cooler, it's going to destroy the building, and at least I die drunk.
There you go.
Right.
Planned accordingly.
Yeah, totally.
Thankfully, I've not had to deal with a tornado at work yet, but I feel like everything else.
When I was working,
That's
like,
one of my favorite. We had people were panicking, obviously. Like it wasn't that close. Like you could see it. But you know, it was close enough where like, okay, this could get bad, but it's fine right now.
mhm.
But people were of course like panicking. There's one girl and like her dad had just calmed her down. Like she was crying. She's like 7, 8 years old. He's like, it's okay, baby. It's gonna be okay. So of course, that's the moment my cook decides to pop his head out and just be like,
Jesus Christ.
so now the girl's crying again. They're like families huddled in the bathroom. And I'm just like, I'll be in the cooler if anybody needs me.
Yep.
Ugh.
They know where to find you.
Yeah, right.
Like tornado, take me away.
We don't have to worry about it too much like in the metro area, but when I was working and living like in Aurora, like super far east Aurora, the further you get from the mountains, the more dangerous that kind of shit is.
Sure.
And every single time, like it's gonna touch down. This is it. This is how it ends. But thankfully it hasn't happened yet.
Nice.
And also I don't live and or work in Aurora anymore. So
how close are there still fires out there by you guys or no?
not in Colorado, I don't
Yeah, I
think.
don't
I think
think
those
so.
are all mostly in California.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just took a ride up through the Estes Park and everything the other day, and it
Yeah,
was
a lot
completely
of
clear. It
people
was
have been
nice.
going up in the mountains that I know of,
Oh yeah,
and they haven't seen anything, so it
Okay,
should be
okay.
fine.
Because my son's out in Colorado and I know he said it was smoky and stuff, but I wasn't sure like how close, the fires were or anything. So
Where in Colorado is he?
he's in, I'm not going to remember the name of the town now. It's a little old school town. Starts with an M.
Manitou Springs?
No.
No. Monument.
It's like in the middle of, he was at Beaver Creek and then it's in
Okay.
the middle of Beaver Creek and something else. But
Fuck.
yeah, I can't remember.
Is Beaver
Reckon it.
Creek the spot in Colorado that has the beaver liquor?
It might be. I don't know. That's a good question.
So that's my one memory of Colorado. We stopped at this place, and it was Beaver something Colorado, and the liquor store was literally called Beaver Liquors. And
in Flagstaff there was
played
a
it
Beaver
up
Liquors.
to a T. They sold so much stupid T-shirts and merchandise from that alone. Like they had expanded it, and the other side was just a gift shop now. I'm like, stop the car, and they're like, what? I'm like, we have to go to Beaver Liquors.
That's amazing. That's a good name for a liquor store. I like it.
Mhm.
So I've got one Beaver Liquors on Beaver Creek Boulevard in Avon, Colorado,
All right.
which is how far from here? It's not super convenient. It's like 2 hours from here. So.
I was gonna say, get us a T-shirt, would you?
Yeah, the
guess
next
not.
time I decide to drive for like 5 hours a day, like I'll let
Right.
you know.
That's funny. All right, what else do you guys want to talk about? I'm trying to find this place now.
Colorado has a lot of
Anybody
same
else?
cities that Toledo or that Ohio does. Like we have an Aurora and an Avon as well.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, that's true. It's
If
have Aurora.
Yeah,
I know
they just
there's
reuse
Aurora
the
in
names.
Illinois. There's all over the place. Yeah.
I think there's an Avon in Minnesota too. What's with copying all these cities?
There's only so many names.
From what I understand, that was from back in the day where like people would come over from, wherever. And they were like, well, before I lived in this place, so I'm going to call it this place-ish. And then every time they move, it's like, now this place is this place-ish.
Yeah.
So
Original. I like it.
yeah,
Nice.
they just really liked the name of where they lived.
That's funny. Well, my sisters and I have 3 sisters and we all have the same middle name. So I feel like it's the same kind of concept. So it's kind of annoying. Actually, super annoying, not kind of annoying.
That's really that's really lazy by your parents. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
I agree. I hated it. I'm like, I have twin brothers that are the youngest. So I have 3 sisters and then twin brothers. I'm like, they got their own middle name, but we all had the same middle name. It's really annoying.
Interesting.
Your brother should have got the middle name as well. That
Yeah.
would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Consistency.
Could have been all
Exactly.
Breeze. Yeah, it's real
At
mess.
least it wasn't like George Foreman, where every child is George.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Or
I think
Georgina or
you've got
something
like
like that.
7 boys and 2 girls. They're all George.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a creative choice that he made for sure.
And it sounds like there's a
You
narcissist
guys dealing
around
with a
there.
lot of weird shortages right now.
Oh yeah. We've had wing shortages and I don't even know like some things and people get all pissed off and I'm like, well, there's shortages. So
There's only so much to go around right now, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the wings have been the biggest thing for us. What are you guys dealing with shortages of?
Wings as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think wings
Yeah.
are the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, we really haven't been
I've
out.
been really fortunate with wings. We've got normal wings. We had pigeon wings for like a week,
Oh
and
no.
I was embarrassed. I was just like, I would rather us just be like, hey, we don't have wings,
Yeah.
than bring out these if I had ordered those, I would have been upset. Like
Yeah.
like I expected wings and I got that. I would have been like, I was just like, no. So can we not do this? But like we've been fortunate somehow with the wings.
That's funny.
But we're
That's
also not
good.
Buffalo Wild Wings going through like, hundreds and hundreds of cases a week.
Oh my
Disgusting.
gosh.
I remember
Now,
seeing
pint glasses have been the new thing. I can't get pint glasses from distributors.
Really?
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah,
having
and
issues
then-
getting bottled water.
Bottled water, I bet, would be pretty scarce right now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
See, same thing. I don't go through a lot of bottled water. Pint glasses have been my new thing. And then I'm still out of like so much beer. I can't get so much
Yeah.
stuff.
That's true.
I ordered like, they were like, hey, they just delivered like 15 cases of Corona. I'm like, yeah, I went ahead and got like 2 weeks worth because they might not have it.
That's so crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah, we've been on a Coors Light and stuff like that, like the shitty domestics too. Now that you say that, that's funny.
Yeah.
All the Mexican beers for me at some point. Sol Pacifico, both Modelo's, now both Dos Equis, and both Coronas. And it was like a cascade. Corona ran out, so I thought I was going to be productive. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to get extra Corona Light, because when I tell you I don't have Corona, I have Corona Light, that's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Nope, they went for every other beer but the Corona Light.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So Corona went, and then eventually Corona Light ran out of stock because people were ordering Corona Light to make up for the Corona. And then once that game got caught up, and it was like I said, then it was Pacifico. And I'm just like, what? There are some others though. Dragon's Milk, I've never had issues getting until now. A couple others. Still have a lot of liquor we can't find. Or at
Okay.
least not even in like the liters. Like they're sending me like a lot of 750s, and it sucks because it's like, well, it's kind of gonna screw up my liquor costs, but also I cannot have it. So it's it's what it is. It's a nice bumper. If they want to complain about my liquor costs, I'm just gonna be like, well, a percentage of two of that is because I'm stuck with these 750s.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, at least there's not a toilet paper shortage right now, so there's
God.
Yeah,
I
I'm trying
guess
to
it
figure
could
out-
be
I'm
worse.
started from that. I really have bought. I was looking the other day, and I have like 3 big cases of toilet paper, and I'm like, well, I'm good for the next time.
Yeah.
I was actually good with toilet paper.
Oh, I was not.
Yeah, I was. But I'm also a guy, so I don't use it as much.
Yeah. I didn't
Yeah.
take it like as seriously when everyone was panicking, and I literally had like a roll or 2 left. Went to every store and they had just the shitty bottom of the barrel, like sandpaper, toilet paper,
Yeah.
and it was like limit 1 package. I was like,
Yeah.
Right, because I want 7 of these.
I don't even want 1 of these, but I have more.
Yeah, at the very end, it happened to me, and I was like, I had to. Like, I was like, all right. I'm like, I either have to buy the dollar store toilet paper or use napkins. Is this really what life is like?
This is real life right now.
There
I
was a
considered going to the GM and just being like, hey, how much is one of our rolls of toilet paper? I'm just gonna buy it and take it home.
Right? That's awful. I hope it doesn't come around again.
Oh God.
gosh. There was a minute at the very beginning of all of this where like I work in a hotel, and I was like the only one there for a while.
Yeah.
And we would have like rolls of toilet paper go missing, and it's like, well, if no one's here,
Right?
is someone coming in here and stealing our toilet paper? It wouldn't have been an employee because we had cases of it in the back. We could just take we could take
Right.
a whole roll, but this was like out of the like public bathrooms. It's like,
Huh.
the fuck? I
No.
kind of
hole
forgot
in
that
this room.
happened for a second.
That reminds me, my weirdest thing at the current bar I'm at, I have averaged one plunger getting stolen every about, not joking, every about 18 months. I've had to buy 3 now.
I don't.
People are
And
stealing your plungers?
Okay. Yep. And like, we only have like one. It's just, it stays in the one bathroom. And when we need it, we go get it, But
Yeah.
the best, this is what I hope, I guess. This is what I hope, that someone is just drunk and being an asshole. And like throwing it in the trash maybe, or just leaving with it, and like just walking down the street with it, just trying to be funny, not like taking it home. Like if you really need that plunger that bad, I guess I'm cool with you stealing it. But yeah, that's it. Like,
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I thought someone was fucking with me the second time. I'm like, okay. In the group chat, I'm like, which one of you assholes stole the plunger? And then of course we have the one, like everybody's blaming the one employee, and they're like, no, it really isn't me. And I'm like, oh god. And then of course he goes, but do you remember this guy? And he sends this news article of this dude we had thrown out months and months. God, I wonder if it was him. So anyway, this dude got caught and arrested in a bar for fucking a plunger.
Wow.
Oh no. That's I didn't stutter. That was
Okay.
yeah. So and it was funny. It was a guy like we had tossed him because he's just one of those assholes that wants to pick fights with everybody. But he actually got arrested at a different bar that I had also worked at the year previous. And I'm just like, so I'm texting my friend and I'm like, tell me this isn't real. And they're like, oh no. He wouldn't let, like, he had stayed in there, and there's this little tiny dive bar, horrible design, and there's one bathroom. So, after about 40 minutes of no one being able to use the bathroom, they basically have to kick the door in, and yeah. She goes, I don't want to talk about it again, and she's like, I'm never buying a plunger. Like, she's like, when I see plungers now, I'm scared.
Drama.
No doubt.
What I want to know is if people are stealing plungers, like if they're actually stealing them, where are they putting them? Like, I don't know.
After that story,
How
I
are they
don't
getting it?
honestly
Yeah.
want to know.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the best case scenario is they're just throwing them away. The next best case scenario is maybe it's just he's got some weird trophy case at home of all the plungers he took from my bar. But yeah, I no longer want to know anymore.
But how are they getting them out the restaurant or
Nope.
the bar?
That's what
So there is, the way the bathroom is set up. If we're busy and our back is turned, you can definitely kind of just beeline a little bit. You really got to make it about 8 feet. And once you hit that, you can turn the corner and you're gone. We're not going to notice it because there's a booth right there. So if you can just make it that 8 feet, everything else is going to obscure the view, and you can pop out one of the exits, and we'll never notice.
All right.
It's the only thing I can figure, right? I'm just like, I know what door they have to be leaving out of, but also, I'm just going to go buy a new plunger. I don't want to have to look at I don't want to know who's stealing the plungers. I don't want to have to watch the cameras. Like today, I have to sit and watch. Like I'm literally sitting at lunch with my friend, and they're like, "Are you paying attention to me?" I'm like, "I'm listening to you, but I have to watch this brawl that happened last night because I need to know what the fuck happened." So now it's just like, people like, especially when it's something stupid. Hey, can you check the cameras? No, I cannot. I cannot check the cameras because you don't have a time frame, and it's not like I can just scrub and fast forward. I have to watch this shit in regular real time. So no, I'm not gonna check the cameras to find your fucking vape cartridge.
No.
Oh my God. So where do you work? I'm just kidding.
And by the way, I do feel like the vape thing, that's the new charge my phone. Can you charge my vape is the new charge.
No. Leave your house with your devices ready.
So outrageous.
I literally have 2 of those portables. There's one right here. The chargers that you can just take with you.
Yeah.
And you don't have to bother somebody. Oh, I need to charge. If you need to charge your phone, it's just like poof. I have 2 of them. I have one I bought, and then someone left this really, really, really nice one at the bar. And I left it for 2 weeks, and I put my name on it. And I go, if this isn't claimed in 2 weeks, I'm taking this fucking thing home with me. And it looks like a laptop battery when you used to have the removable ones. And I mean, that thing will charge my phone not only quick, but like 3 times. That might be the best bar find I've ever.
That's
awesome.
a beautiful thing.
I'm surprised you waited 2 weeks. I would have took that the next day.
Yeah, right? Never saw it. Don't know what you're talking about.
24 hours. It's right now.
They call in. Oh, I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
I always go with the 2 weeks for karma. I figure I have good karma coming that way in case I ever leave something. By the way, there are a few things as sad as leaving the restaurant and realizing you left your to-go food on the table.
It's so sad.
That was today. I get to my friend's house to go see the dog that they rescued, and they pull their leftovers out, and I literally go, God, I left mine on the table. But yeah. I really do have some weird stories. Plungers and everything else. Bras and plungers and cartridges and people. They're the best.
Yeah.
Just keep saying it. It'll eventually be true, right?
People have been getting it does seem like they're getting back to normal.
Okay.
But I do agree with what you guys said earlier. Everyone's just been magnified.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything's just like, if you were a dick before, now you're a real piece of shit. And if like I said, the lone man, there are a few things as depressing as like someone you like that just sits at the bar every day because they just don't want to go home. Like,
Yeah.
man, I got one regular, like love him to death, love him to death. Like they're a friend of mine, and it's just like it's the same. Okay, I'm gonna have a beer and 2 shots after work, and then I'm gonna go home. Cool. 11 o'clock rolls around. Oh, I'm going to tap out because I'm going to do what I said. And then someone rolls in that they can have a conversation with. And now it's 2:30. We're closed. They're still there. And I'm like, I know you're not an alcoholic. You literally just are fucking lonely. And it's so depressing. But like, there's not an easy way to broach that. And also, it's just like, at least they're getting some kind of social interaction that's what they want. It's just, I got a couple customers like that are just like, you see it and I'm like, God, it's so much.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like that's been one of the toughest things for everything being shut down is the isolation and stuff. So for sure, people are like, okay, someone else is here. I'm going to stay, it is sad to watch, especially when it's on repeat.
Like that's the thing. Like this one, the one I was talking about the first, they're an everyday customer. I mean, they're minimum 6 days a week. Like it's. I'm like, man, I feel like you're here more than I'm here, and that's really hard to do.
Yeah, that says something.
Yeah.
So are we on a challenge or?
I did have a customer like that once that we actually worked. We actually worked out the times they were there and did the math on it and how much time they were at the bar. And they're like, they were at this bar more hours a week than any employee except one person. Like we sat there and I was just like, yeah, and it was crazy because it was this dude. Let me tell you, I could probably write a whole fucking book just on this guy. This is the guy that told the bar staff before his parents that he was having a child, and like it. Man, I really need to just shoot a pilot about this dude's life and pitch it to NBC.
Apparently.
Seriously. You should.
I mean, if you got the material, do it.
Right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I feel like you. I got about 600 things I'm doing all at once right now. It's rough.
Yeah.
Like it's funny. I've got friends that are like, oh, like, I know you're doing a podcast. I'm starting one up, and they're like, oh yeah, I want to be a co-host. I'm like, cool. I need help with this. I don't know. You just set it up. Okay, so you don't want to do anything. You just want to do the fun stuff, but you don't. It's like the people that think they want to bartend. oh, you see the fun stuff and you want to do the fun stuff, but you forget that there's all this other stuff to get to the fun stuff.
You want to do the fun stuff, you got to cut your weight in limes first, my dude.
Yeah, right. I feel like I hear that a lot too. Oh, I want to be a part of this. I want to help you, blah, blah. And then I start listing up things you can do to help. They vanish. I'm like, okay, so again, just want the fun stuff or like the spotlight or whatever you want to call it, but not the actual behind the scenes.
No.
Well, that's literally what happened with my page. Like when I first thought of Confessions of a Server, I wanted to be a whole group of servers, not just me.
Right.
But then I would ask people to help me and no one would help me. So then I was just like, screw it. I'm just going to do everything by myself. Yeah. And that's literally how I started doing everything. Like, because I was sitting on this idea for 2 years before I actually made my first video.
Right.
So, but yeah, I was like asking people to help. No one would. So I was just like, all right, I guess I got to do everything by myself because no one wants to help me do the not fun stuff. They just wanted to be on camera and do all the fun stuff.
Right.
That's like such an industry mentality where you're like, no one's gonna help me. I'll just do it my goddamn self.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah, and I mean, I'm so glad that I did that way too. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, it worked out, but the same thing happened to me. Like I had 2 people that were supposed to help me. And I was just like, all right, here's what you're gonna do. Like, it's really easy. I'm like, go here, just go through the comments, make sure no one's being a dick. Like, just help. And then it just became like nothing. They were just like, you know, like, oh well, I did this. I'm like, okay, thanks for 3 minutes of your time this month, and then nothing else the rest.
Yeah.
So that's how it became a one bunny show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, good for you guys for not. I feel like it's unfortunate that we sit on these ideas for 2 years or however long it is, just waiting for like other people to join us, and then it's like, fuck it. I mean, a lot of people don't even do it because they get sick of waiting for people. So good for you guys for sticking with it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is it good for us?
It is. I really it is.
Right. Is it good for us? Like... No, I will say though. I see
you smile, but I also see you tired.
Right. I will say, like, after, like, when the pandemic hit, I was a little sick of Confessions because I was like out of it.
Yeah.
It was like the first time I'm like, oh, I'm not actually dealing with customers and stuff now. Do I still want to talk shit and like remind myself how horrible people were? And that's kind of like when I took a step back and I started focusing on my TikTok, which is more just like general comedy. But I will say, taking that little break of not, and plus there's just like so much other shit that was going on in the world, and
right.
every time I would post something, it was turning racial or like debates on politics and stuff like that. And I was just like, I'm sick of this right now. Like one day I lost like 500 followers.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
Just because like, and I remember the video, like it wasn't even a bad video. I was just like saying how our nation was just in shambles for the most part. I lost like 500 followers, and I'm just like, you know what? I need to let this one breathe. Just
yeah.
Instagram, you need to take a time out. You Confessions of a Server, take a time out. Don't do anything. But then I started focusing on other stuff. So I mean, Confessions of a Server is always my baby, but you know, I did need to take that little break for a little bit to clear my mind, and didn't want to get back into it. I'm still not even fully back into it because I'm like, I always want to try to reinvent myself. I don't want to always do the same thing. So like when I started, it was just mainly memes. Then I started doing videos. Then I did longer form videos. Now I'm in my podcast. Now I'm going to go back into shorter form videos with reels and stuff like that. So I'm just always trying to invent myself.
Sure.
And I think that's what makes it a little bit more fun because it's not the same thing over and over and over, you know?
Oh, for sure. Well, they definitely.
The one thing I learned too is like, when like people will send things in, and I'm literally just like, look, I would love to post this, but someone is going to take it the wrong way or try to turn it into something else. So I need to do this on my day off because I literally am going to have to babysit this post.
Yeah.
And then on my day off, it becomes, do I really want to sit here on my day off and you know what I mean? It's just like, man, do I really want to just do this on my day off and sit and babysit the post? Like it becomes that thing where it's like, I get it, man. I get it completely because it's like, all right. Like I have an away message saved, and every couple of weeks I just pop it up, and I'm like, hey, if you sent me a story, I'm gonna get to it. But I'm not taking any messages right now, and that's what it is for a couple days.
Right. Oh, for sure. Well, I feel like I went through the same thing too. Like when the pandemic first hit, like, what's the industry going to be like when this is all said and done? Are we going to be replaced by robots? Blah, blah, blah. And the same thing, like, I'm not in it. Do I have content? Or it was hard. Yeah, it was hard to come up with content when you're not making fun of people, when you're not serving them, you know? So I definitely can relate to that, but.
Yeah, you can't make any of this stuff up. You can't just think of, you know,
right.
What is something crazy what someone might do? I don't know. Because nobody sits there just to think about that kind of stuff.
Luckily, not that kind of time.
Luckily for me, you know, I had like 8 years in the industry before I started doing Confessions of a Server. So I had like a shit ton of stories. And living in Toledo, Ohio, like you get literally the shit of the shit come into your like.
Oh man!
I had a lady walk in once with a gas mask in like 2005. Like,
what the fuck?
Looking for to-go food. Like
she was a time traveler.
Fucking no, right? Like it was like a legit gas mask though.
She was a time traveler. She meant to come to this time.
Is Toledo right on the border of Michigan?
Sorry?
Is Toledo right on the border of Michigan?
Literally, yeah. Like if I trip and fall the wrong way,
that's where my page blew up. Was Toledo. And I wish I could remember the dude's name, but he's not messaged me in years. And literally, he shared one post. And it like went crazy. And it's because like back when you're like on Facebook, you could look at like your most popular city. At one point, it was like Toledo had 10 times as many people as anywhere else.
Oh shit. So it's funny that you say that, because one of my friends, when I first started this, like, sorry, I didn't know. Before I started doing this, I didn't follow any restaurant pages. I didn't know who was out there. I didn't know who was doing anything, nothing. So I didn't know who the angry bartender was. But my friend brought it up, and she was like, yeah, no one knows where he's from. We're pretty sure that he lives in Toledo. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, and this is like by the time I had my page for a few months, or probably about a year now. And I'm like, if it was someone in Toledo, I would have known who it was by now. Like, I would have connected with them if they were in Toledo.
Yeah.
But she was like, no, I'm pretty sure he lives in Toledo. And I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah, no, it was one guy in Toledo. I feel bad. I can't remember his name. If you would be like, is it this dude? I'd be like, yes, it is. But he had shared one post, and it's funny because it blew up, and I don't even want to go back and find the post, because when I go back and look at like the original posts from like 10 years ago, I feel like it's the same as like reading your Facebook memories from 10 years ago. It's like, oh, why was I like this?
Right.
My Facebook memories from 10 years ago were great. I actually used to be really funny on Facebook until Facebook turned into what it is now, and then I like stopped doing this. But I was really funny on Facebook. Used to be.
I can see that, Quaylen.
I almost wonder, remember when it was like Facebook had the lead-in where it's like, you know, like Quaylen is how everything would post, you know, like when you made the post. It's always funny going back and seeing those now that Facebook took that away, because it's like, yeah, this doesn't make any sense at the when you take that.
That's funny. All right, you guys, if you have anything else you want to add, I feel like we've been doing this for probably 45 minutes, which is a good time frame. So it's been fun. But if you guys have anything else we can add and then wrap it up.
I think we're.
Yeah, I had a blast. Thanks for inviting me back. I'm glad you sent me that message.
Yeah, no worries.
I know I missed that Monday a couple. Yeah, I totally forgot what week that was a couple weeks ago, and was like, oh god.
No worries.
These are always fun.
Paul and Kelly were supposed to join us, and then like when I initially invited them, they were like, yeah, that works. And then like 2 days ago when I sent them the reminder, I posted or whatever, they're like, oh shit, it's my parents' anniversary. So it happens, you know, it's not a big deal. Plus when people are working 70 hours a week, or it's summertime too, you know?
Yeah.
No, thank you. Yeah, thank you for letting me come back and join you. Sorry I was late.
It's all good.
Apologies, but
You weren't that late because it took us a while to get actually on. because
Yeah.
oh, that's
Facebook
cool.
Live,
That's
so-
fine. That's fine.
I'll try to do some. I'll try to do some research on it. I started typing it in. Like I said, Zoom. The one time I was able to host this thing with the Zoom.
Yeah.
Right after that, they changed some settings, and now it's like it's trying to like. It's like an app. It's like, oh, Facebook needs this, this, and this to post to your timeline, and like now I can't even. When I tried to do it when we shut the video down for a second and restarted, I tried to see if I could share through mine, and it won't let me. But like I said, I'm working with this other software, OBS,
Okay.
and it's way better. I just need to get it's free and it's way better. And now that I have a computer that can run it,
Nice.
I'm gonna try to get that all worked out. And like that definitely shares straight to Facebook, so that'll be a lot better too.
Nice.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'll do another one in like a month or 6 weeks again or whatever, and invite you guys and whoever else wants to join us. So thanks for
Cool.
joining us, you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks. I had fun.
Thank you guys already. Good talking to you guys.
Have a good one.
You too. See you guys later. Have a good
Thanks.
one.
Have a good one.